Amtrak, America's largest passenger rail service, owns over 270 locomotives and 1,200 passenger cars. At no time was the importance of this system underlined more forcefully than during the aftermath of the terror on 9/11.
On September 11th, if you recall, planes were grounded, and Amtrak was the only mode other than automobile that was traveling in the Northeast Corridor, which highlights the importance of rail service in the United States.
Amtrak owns or operates approximately 600 facilities in 46 states. Amtrak's Beech Grove facility in Indiana is both its primary boneyard for old and damaged trains, as well as its principal renovation and maintenance facility. Built in the early 1900s, this boneyard is still going strong, repairing and renovating the entire fleet of Amtrak trains.
Beech Grove, the buildings were originally built right at the turn of the century. If you get a chance while you're walking around, you'll see on every building is a big date stamp on the front of it. I think this one is 1904, 1905 when this building here was built.
Beech Grove has 108 acres and 700,000 square feet under roof. We're about 3 hours from Chicago, and we're the hub of the inner city. We overhaul locomotives, cars. We do wrecks, car wrecks, locomotive wrecks, and we do remanufacturing of passenger cars.
One of the main functions of Beech Grove is to take worn and damaged equipment and completely restore it.
We basically bring in a unit that's been out on the road for about 5 years, close to 1 million miles of service, and bring it in, completely strip it, clean it. Then we'll add any updated mods that have been changed on the unit since it was first manufactured, and then we'll completely reassemble it, paint it, and then we'll test it. And then hopefully we'll ship it back out and we won't see it again for another 5 years.
When a locomotive comes in the shop, it goes to the strip down area. The engines are removed and it's stripped down to bare steel.
At any given time, there are several dozen cars and a few dozen locomotives in various stages of repair and restoration. The workhorse of the system is the GE Model P42, which weighs 27,000 pounds and is driven by a 4,200 horsepower diesel-electric engine.
The GE locomotives that are maintained here and rebuilt here by our crews were made in Erie, Pennsylvania. We have almost 200 of this locomotive and a predecessor Series 2. So every one of these big monocoque style locomotives, which have huge diesel engines in them and some complicated computer systems for their maintenance and diagnostics that make electricity to power the whole train, come through here at Beech Grove. And the folks here do amazing work.
Gerald Scott is a third-generation worker at Beech Grove.
When my grandfather hired in on the railroad, he lied about his age. He was 14 years old. He hired in 1906, and he retired with 50 years of service. My father retired in 1985 with 34 years of service, and now in 2006 we have 100 years of railroad time in the family. I have memories with my father. My grandfather died when I was 2 years old, and the memories with my dad, he used to take me out on some of the road crews, and he had to work up by the Wabash River for 29 days straight, and he snuck me in up there to stay in the camp cars with him for a couple nights. It's pretty neat.
There are machines at Beech Grove that have also been working here for generations. One is a crane that's over 100 years old and so enormous that the building that houses it was built around it.
The largest crane is a 135-ton crane, which was put in the building in 1904 as they were erecting the building, and then the building was finished in 1907. It will pick up a locomotive. We put in locomotive engines into the car bodies or the locomotive bodies with that crane, and whatever is too large for the 15-ton crane to pick up, we'll use the 135-ton crane for.
Well, the cranes that we have here at Beech Grove are the heart and soul of the shops. We usually use that for when we're picking up the unit either to de-truck, which is take the trucks out from under the unit, or to re-truck or put the new trucks underneath it.
Trucks are the giant wheel assemblies and undercarriages of the locomotives. Lifting the locomotive makes them more accessible to the workers. To accomplish this lifting process, large pieces of metal called straddle bars are required. Hooks are lowered to pick the straddle bars up out of the floor and move them over the locomotive. Then they're lowered down on one side, attached, and the locomotive is slowly lifted. It's then held motionless until the worker's job is done.
The huge gears that are on the crane are unique in that they're large enough that they will hold a locomotive in the air, and they move at a pretty good rate of speed and are impressive in that their size and their ability to hold the weight of a locomotive.
After all the mechanical repair and restoration work is completed, trucks, generators, brakes, air conditioning, plumbing, and wiring, the last stop is the body and paint shop.
This is the paint booth here at the fabulous Beech Grove shops. This is where the locomotives are painted after we do the prep work in the prep building. So I do the body build-up work prior to the paint. We get wreck work in, they do the wreck work, replace body panels in the diesel shop, and then they bring it to us and we do the body build-up with the Bondo and prepare it for the paint.
It's all part of the highly complex maintenance and repair process to keep the trains out of the boneyard, on track, and running smoothly.
There is more to running trains than most of our passengers see. It should be an invisible experience. They hop on the train, the air conditioning works, the lavatory systems work, the dining car systems work. They should get on, lean back in their seat, and enjoy the experience. It's more than just steel wheels on steel rails.
With all the constant repair, restoration, and renovation, the safety of passengers and property is always on every railroader's mind. To answer this crucial need, an experimental facility has been designed to operate as an extraordinary boneyard, where trains are even destroyed to save lives. Unlike traditional repair yards such as Amtrak's, where old or broken trains are sent to be restored to service, there's a special boneyard where trains are sent to be damaged. In the high desert 20 miles outside Pueblo, Colorado, stands TTCI, Transportation Technology Center, Inc. Using old and sometimes damaged locomotives and rail cars donated by the railroads, scientists, researchers, and hazardous material experts at Pueblo work to make railroads